Hello, this is Alicia from Fort Myers. I am brand new to this, but I'm just trying to prepare myself for upcoming business. I need to build my vendor list, the cleaning crews, the general contractors, the estate sales and stuff like that. As I'm doing that, is it important, should I try to find vendors that will allow invoicing at closing, or, you know what I mean? I guess what I'm trying to say is if the client asks, is this all stuff I have to pay up front, then what would my response to that be?
Most of the services, including, if you're coming at this from a brokerage standpoint, your commission obviously comes after you do what you promise. Your estate sale company gets paid after they do what they promise. A good contractor won't ask for 50% up front. They'll get to work and they'll get paid when they did what they promised. Some contractors are going to require 50% up front and 50% upon completion. So most of the services that we'll use, they don't incur a cost until there's some value there, right? So the way we present it is, this a lot of times this sounds too good to be true, and people are like, there's no way you can do this without charging, and that's true. But for most of the services we offer, we charge once we've done what we promise, so you don't have to take any real risk. For example, if we help you sell the home, we'll take a commission. If our contractor comes in, he'll do the work and then look for payment. And in certain cases, if you just don't have money, then we'll actually escrow that invoice with a service charge or an interest charge. You can pay for it out of the closing proceeds. It starts when we have a clear picture of what needs done, then I can answer your question more specifically. Is that fair? And then move.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and typically most estates, even if they have money, they're not going to spend a whole lot. We encourage you to have as many spokes in the wheel as possible, as many vendor partners as possible, mainly because it makes a more impressive marketing presence. It gives you more hooks and more reasons to get into engaging conversations. It will be rare that you ever use more than 3 vendors on a single transaction. Like a lot of times you'll bring in an estate sale company, or you'll bring in a contractor, or you'll bring in a social worker to help find somebody suitable living for seniors, or you'll bring in 1 or 2 people on a deal, and a lot of the services we offer, they don't even have to pay for. Like a social worker obviously is being paid by the government, so they can come in, do what they do, bring a ton of value, and they don't have to pay for anything. So just try to present it in such a way that, well, let's decide how we're going to help you first, and then I'll let you know how you're going to pay for it.
Okay. And then, I know you said earlier in the call, too, that typically you will put on your contractor or your vendor to contact the PR directly so that you're not really in the middle of the cost discussions, right?
Yep. I don't want to be in the... It's not just about cost either. I mean, I certainly don't want anyone else's invoices coming through my books if I'm not getting any revenue for any earnings for that. But also, I don't want them coming through my calendar, through my phone. Like, I don't want to be the monkey in the middle.
Okay.
So from a marketing standpoint, I want it to appear as a single vertically integrated company that can do all of this stuff. As soon as I built rapport and I'm looking this person in the eye, then I'm going to disclose, okay, listen, our contractor is Joe. He's going to call you. He'll have a contract. You guys can agree on the price and terms, take care of that, and pay him directly whenever it's finished. And this person will do this, and this person. And at that point, it becomes apparent to them that, oh, okay, this isn't the Walmart of probate services, but he has vetted these people, and he is doing what he said. So they obviously at some point will realize you don't all work in the same office. But when they get the letter and when they hear you on the phone for the first time, they will think that you're... I've had people ask, like one person was like, where the hell is your office? It must be the size of damn Walmart. And they literally, because of the way we market, they thought that there was this massive team of contractors, clean-out crews, financial advisors, CPAs, and we were all in one big office. And that's what we want, because it really differentiates us. So you'll, at some point, when when you've got a relationship going, they'll figure it out, like, oh, okay, so she's just a really good connector and handed me all this on a silver platter. And you don't really lose social points for that. You still get credit for bringing that to the table. So it doesn't hurt you at all to do it that way.
That's perfect. That's the perfect answer. I appreciate that. Thank you.